Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into my LEGO Harry Potter 2022 Advent Calendar review. Today we are looking at set number 76404, and this is the 2022 Advent Calendar. And this is actually retailing for $44.99 USD or $59.99 Canadian and became available on September the 1st. I'm very excited to take a look at this one. It's got a bit of a board game, a ton of exclusive figures. I really think Harry Potter, for some reason, gets the most love out of them all. So let's go ahead and let's take a closer look. You got like a little book being told in front of a campfire and a Christmas tree there. Little letter to Hogwarts there. The same sort of design there with the Hogwarts sigil and stamp with a to and from. Tonks at the top. Nothing special on the sides, but if I were to spin it around here on the back, you could see what we're about to unbox here. So slide this there and over here on this side. Ooh, I cut the bit, but that's okay. We have a huge board of like a ton of different things here. And you're probably wondering why are they all color-coded. We will touch on that at the very end. Basically, just before we get into it, it's representing every single movie, every different logo and tile and all that, but we'll talk about the game at the very end and how it relates to this board. But let's go ahead and let's go through this. Alrighty, so day number 1 is right here. So this is a micro build here of Ollivander's wand shop where, you know, your whole journey starts with getting your wand. So I think that's a really fitting first build here. I think that it's also just funny to see like this very micro scale version of the actual Diagon Alley big set that we got a few years ago. Day number 2. Okay, so I think we're going in order of the movies, which I love. Here is the Quidditch pitch, and you've got the 3 rings there, as well as, I guess that's meant to be the stands with 2 different colors for different houses. You've got Slytherin here, as well as Gryffindor. And yeah, I think that this works quite well for a micro build. Day 3. With every advent calendar, you get, you know, just a generic figure from that year or different sets and things like that. And that's Harry. You know, nothing special about him. Regular figure appears in a ton of different sets. Same head printing here that we've been getting for a while. It got a scared expression there on the back. Day 4, we're on to Chamber Secrets. Here is the Whomping Willow with the car in the branches. I think that works really well, this little build. I think the tree build is probably the weakest part, but the branches and everything I think is great, and the build for the car, we've gotten that before, but I think that works quite well, even just the angle that it's on. I think that's pretty cool. Day number 5. I will say it is making my life a little bit easier, actually, to go for the symbols. And here is like the big head of Salazar Slytherin. And I think that's the basilisk coming out as well from that. I think that's really... It's an interesting idea. I don't know about the execution of it. I think it could have used a little bit more pieces or something. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It reminds me of a very old sort of design for a Lego set, like old temple little statue builds. I don't know, but that's what it looks like here in the back. The red peg is actually meant to hold that in place there in the center. That's normally what red ones are being used for, if you didn't know, since it's kind of new. 6. Also, for some reason, the paper is opening, like punching the tabs is a lot easier. All right, here's our very first figure in the set that's brand new, and this is Moaning Myrtle, and oh my goodness, is this just a fantastic minifigure. I love the hair here in black. I think that looks absolutely incredible, and even just the printing. This is very much in the same style as the original Nearly Headless Nick from 2018. I love this design. I think that's absolutely it's just so cool because I also drew her a long time ago, and then for Justin and I's custom Harry Potter series 2, and then she wound up appearing in series 2, but she was blue and everything. I'm a big believer of Harry Potter never needed a minifigure series because they can throw them in advent calendars like this, like fun variants that you'll see in the set. But anyways, it looks incredible here. If I were to remove the hair, you could see the face looks great. I think that the expression, as well as she does have like a newer robe piece there because she's got the new crest on her chest there, as well as on the back. You can see the back torso printing with the hood, as well as she's crying there. She's got a tear rolling down her face. Day 7 here. Prisoner of Azkaban. Here is the night bus. Very simple build. You've got a little bit of a street as well. I like that with the sidewalk and the lamppost. I think this is really cool. Again, good representation here to start off this movie. Day 8. This is an interesting build. It's sort of a, I guess, a micro version of a set that we've gotten with the Patronus set that we first got serious in the reboot of the theme. And I like the Dementors there. Of course, those pieces were used in the big micro-scale Hogwarts castle and the little trees there, as well as just how they've got like the lake and how it merges with the land. I think looks great, and how that one Dementor is coming out of the tree, like on the branch. I think this is really cool for a micro build. 9. Here is Sirius Black, and I don't know how they get away with so many prints. You've got a brand new print there on the 1x2 tile of his prisoner number, as well as a new torso for him as well, I believe, unless that's been used for someone else. Definitely looks like it could be used for someone else, like Ron or some of those wacky shirts that he wears, but yeah, cool. We've got the new print here for the face that was introduced this year for 2022. Angry expression there on the back, as well as you've got some more back printing there. I think that looks awesome. Goblet of Fire up top here with day 10. And of course, with the Goblet of Fire, you have the Goblet of Fire, and you can recreate that iconic moment with his name being put in the Goblet of Fire with the that you know, that whole thing with Dumbledore yelling at him. But anyways, love that 1x2 print there on this transparent piece. I think that's so cool. The goblet, it's a weak build. We've gotten better ones before, but this is the best part for sure. Day 11. And here's the Triwizard Cup again. This is something we seem to get a lot of. But yeah, this is a brand new build for it. Very unique looking. Definitely. Like, I love how it's brick built. I think it gives it a very unique build using that piece there to create the sides. Very interesting. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's very, very cool. Day 12. Ooh. And here's the brand new Voldemort figure, and it looks so cool. The new torso printing, the new face there with the tongue sticking out. Oh my goodness, you could just see him like approaching Harry there. I think this looks incredible. They've captured him so well there. On the back, some more torso printing, but nothing on the dress piece. But wow, what a creepy looking figure with the tongue. I really like it. Day 13 is the Order of the Phoenix. So in the reveal video, I had no clue what this was, but you all told me. This is the Room of Requirement. It's you could see the build there, the Hogwarts build, as well as like the lights coming through, all that. And you've got a little training dummy there on the wheels. So I think that's really cool. It's a simple little build. Again, I really was so unsure of what it is, but now that you guys have said that, makes a lot of sense. 14. And here we've got the Hall of Prophecies, and yeah, very simple, repetitive build, but I think that they definitely get the job done with all of the different studs being used for all the prophecies. I think this is really cool. Day 15. Here is Nymphadora Tonks, and what I love about this figure is it's got a brand new torso printing, brand new head printing. The torso is actually the jacket from the 12 Grimmauld playset that we just got this summer, but it's opened up so you could see the shirt underneath and the belt and all that, but like the necklace and the little red collar there at the top, that's in the exact same place as that figure. Now the face does look very similar, however, it has a very unique face here on the back with this duck bill, which is insane to me. I love the back torso printing here as well, but I do just want to show you this, of course. I'm sure a lot of you are gonna want to get this head, but look at that with the hair on. Crazy. What a spectacular figure. A 16 Half-Blood prints. Ooh, and back-to-back characters. Here is Professor Slughorn in his little lounge chair form. It's a very fun sort of build, I think, for an advent calendar. The build's fine. It's not necessarily like a figure can't sit on it or anything, but it gets the job done and it gets the point across. I think I like the different colors of purple used for this as well. And removing the hair here, if I spin it around, you can see he's got this sort of concentrating or, I don't know, generic expression. Day 17. Here we have Dumbledore's pensive, and it's got this little piece there on top, the part to like underneath ships to help it move smoother and stuff like that, but it's almost the liquid there inside this bowl. I think this is really interesting. We did get one this summer. It's a different build for the whole thing, but yeah, cool to have included. Day 18. Oh, I guess 2 characters for this. Makes sense for him to be the one included. Here's Professor Snape. Fine, throw him in here. I get it. It is, he's the Half-Blood Prince and everything, so it makes sense that he's here. If you've never seen this, it's just the exact same figure we've gotten before. Same expression there on the back. It's got some back torso printing and all that, but him and Harry, nothing new. And then Deathly Hallows Part 1. Oh, I love that symbol. You'll see this actually later on with, when we look at the board game. It's got a number 1 in the Deathly Hallows logo. Here we have Hagrid's bike there with the sidecar for them to escape with Harry. That's meant to be, I guess, like the night sky, them riding there. So, yeah, pretty cool build. Looks great. I think that it fits well with the movie, too. And day 20. Here is the burrow. And, yeah, I like the micro build for it. Of course, they couldn't. I don't know how they would do that on an angle, but they still get it done, I think, pretty well. I like the different levels of the ground as well, how it's on an angle using those different slope pieces and the little cones for the trees. I think this works really well for the burrow. Day 21. This day we get Hedwig, and again, nothing special with her, exact same everything that we've gotten before. However, we also get the little spinner for the game, which you've got the Deathly Hallows symbol there. And this is actually a box crate, so I think that's just interesting to note. But you've got the Deathly Hallows symbol there, a plus, a tile sign, and a -1, which we'll touch on with the game, and another plus. Then part 2 here with 22. Here we have a micro build of Gringotts Bank with the dragon on top. Whether or not this is hinting towards something next year, let's hope so. But yeah, cool. Cool little build. I think the dragon works well too. Very easy to remove off the top of Gringotts as well. You get 2 buildings from Diagon Alley. I think that's fun if you want to put them next to each other. Day number 23. Here we have the Hogwarts Express and a bit of the platform, and very fitting to have. Of course, we just had the big UCS one, the Ultimate Collector's Series 1, actually launch the day before the Advent Calendars comes out. But yeah, this is sort of, it's the final moments of the movie, so I think that this is a pretty good build. I like the micro build for the train. It looks great, and even the platform. And very lastly, day number 24, Mr. Neville Longbottom himself. Wow, so awesome to get. Like a brand new torso printing for Neville, the Sword of Gryffindor as well. Look at the back torso printing here. You've got even like a little bit of a hood there with that pattern. Removing the hair, you could see this is, it's the same face we've gotten before, but this sort of scared or concerned expression. But crazy that on top of everything else, you are getting Neville. Before we take a look at everything, I just want to stop here and mention a few things. You could see all the different symbols there, the Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, the Prisoner of Azkaban with the Time Turner, the Goblet of Fire. You've got the Order of the Phoenix with the Phoenix, as well as a little potion book for the Half-Blood Prince. Deathly Hallows Part 1, you could see the 1 there, and then 2 for the Deathly Hallows Part 2. You've got scissors there for you to cut this out. Like last year, it actually, serves as a board game platform for you to play, as well as it's got the rules down here. So I'm just going to read this for you. The first player to complete a sequence of 8 builds, 1 from each movie / 1 from each color, wins. To start the game, each player collects 3 builds. All remaining builds are placed in the center of the board, and the 2 players take turns with the spinner. If they get the plus sign, they can collect 1 build from the center. If they get a -1, they return a build to the center, but if they get the death symbol, they can actually steal a build from the other player. Alright, so they all fit inside the pensive there, which if you didn't notice, I just realized as I'm putting this together, because I noticed that's the pensive, that's actually Dumbledore's office. You could see his desk there, as well as the stairs going up. So yeah, that's where we are. That's where we're playing this game. So, of course, what you do, like I said before, so you pick 3. There's 3 of each, so you could pick different ones, of course. So I put that on the wrong... Oh, no, I put that on the right one. So you go ahead, grab 3 random builds here, each player, and you put them on its corresponding color. Maybe the strategy is picking the same color. I don't know. Then you're fighting over one. So you go ahead and you just spin this here. Spin the dreidel, which we also got last year. And it landed on a plus. So one character can go ahead and grab from the pile, put it there. And then the next character, and then the next player. Got another plus, so you keep going. You get the gist of it until you fill out each side of the squares there, which I think is awesome. But anyways, everyone, there you have it. That is my review of the 2022 Advent Calendar. And again, out of all of them that we looked at, this is the one that gets the most love. 11 new prints, I believe I counted, and a ton of them are useful for things outside of the Advent Calendar. Fun variants for different characters. I could see some of these minifigures being reused again down the line, like that's why maybe the torsos are being introduced like for Neville or even Voldemort, but regardless, they're all brand new in this set. Like, that's pretty crazy to me. I don't know how Harry Potter consistently puts out the best Advent Calendar, in my opinion. It's not very Christmassy, this one, but it's fine. You got a board game, and I think that that's something that, like I just mentioned in the Star Wars review, step away from the snow. You don't need to always do snow. You could have done a summer vacation. And this, they're embracing the memories here in the pensive and going through the whole movies. And I love that. I said that last year. I loved how we went through the events of one movie. Here we're going through the different events of all 8 films. Finally, Deathly Hallows content. Really awesome. I'd love to hear your thoughts, though. What do you think of this? Who's your favorite build, maybe favorite figure? Comment it all down below. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.